All right, who do we have here?
I am Dahlia Nguyen, and I have a Labrynth type profile for you.
And what was your record?
I did second place and second place, and then a first place in 6-round tournaments. So I lost twice out of those 6 rounds.
So you went 16 rounds, lost 2. Wow. All right. All right, let's see it.
Okay, so I have 3 ladies. Of course, that's pretty standard. That's your boss monsters. Self-explanatory. You keep setting traps, all the good stuff. And then, of course, you have Lovely. You only want one of her. She is a brick, so you do not want to see her in your hand. But she will stop Ash. She'll stop Bells, anything, as long as she's on the field. And pretty standard, you have your 3 Ariana. That is your starter, that's your searcher. You'll usually be searching Coup Clock, one of the furnitures, or lady, usually lady. So then, that's your 3, pretty standard, all that's standard. Now we have the furniture build here. We have 3 Chandras, 3 Stovies, and 2 Coup Clocks.
Let's go.
Now this is your engine. You want these in the grave, and it just keeps recycling traps and keeps recycling itself.
You don't break off of these?
Nope, because they just discard each other, or you can discard any card.
Let's
and
go.
then you're gonna search anything that you need. So you got big welcomes, labyrinth, all the good stuff. So yeah, this is just an endless engine. So usually when you have all that in the grave, you're gonna win. Here are my not labyrinth cards. My lord right there. I like that for easy eradicating, so I don't have to get rid of Lady or Lovely. I can just easily get rid of this. Now here's Nib. Of course, I can recycle Nib using Big Welcome, so I can tribute all the monsters, and then either on my turn or their turn, I can return this to my hand, and then just keep pressure with having to summon under 5 monsters. This is standard 3 Ashes. You have to play Ash in a branded, if branded's ever in the format. It's a very easy, all general hand trap there. Now, of course, you only have 1 Labyrinth. This is your field spell. You wouldn't run more than 1, and this really helps against trap tricks because they are unaffected by trap cards. This lets all your trap cards just start destroying cards in the field in addition to special summoning. Now, I run Extravagance over Prosperity.
Wow.
Only because with all the discarding engine you do need extra fodder for the engine. Say if you were at the very beginning of the duel, you will need extra fodder because say if you accidentally had to, or you were forced to discard one of your other cards that you needed, you have Extravagance there for you. It's extra fodder, and you can actually use the engine to set 2 cards, but you'll be discarding 2 cards. And so Extravagance, I like Extravagance over Prosperity because this Prosperity works better in a Floodgate deck. Now I have just a little bit of Floodgates and mainly furniture. Now I have Thrust and 2 Talents. I like using against Kashtira, and whenever I get Ashed on my turn, which usually the Ash will come out on my turn if I Big Welcome or Welcome, I can instantly just go for drawing 2, and the Thrust can either draw my Super Polys or other board breakers there.
Do you ever thrust and set one of your Big Welcomes or any of your engine traps?
Usually no, because I can easily access those with the furniture. So I usually at least have a furniture or Ariana or something in hand to be able to access that. So this is more so for like Super Polys, even like another talents to just take control of the monster or draw cards. But I do get ashed on my turn pretty often, so. Super Polys, of course. I like this to board break. You have Starving Venom in the extra deck. You have Guru in the extra deck, so it's pretty easy. You can fuse away Arise Heart with an Ariana on field, anything you want. And then with the engine constantly returning those cards from grave to hand, this discard doesn't even really matter. It's not making you lose anything. You can just discard a furniture. So that's the good thing about furniture. It's constantly giving the resource back in your hand.
You just keep going.
Goes in match, I might want to go get 3 because it's been winning a lot of duels for me just by itself. It's really good against Cash, it's really good against Pearly, it's good against Vanadium, it's good against a lot of decks right now. I just wait for an odd summon, just flip goes in, and usually if they don't have an out to it, it's game. Now on top of that, these are the only 2 floodgates that run, that and Skill Drain. Skill Drain is really good too, that wins duels purely on its own. So we have Lady, who's a 3,000 beater. We have Lovely, who's 2,900, and they're all being special sent by trap effects, not monsters. So it's really easy to just sit on a 3,000 beater and skill drain. Now,
After the traps.
now for the traps. Now these are all standard pretty much. You have 3 big welcome and 3 welcomes, or this is welcome, big welcome. Now, of course, this is like the heart of the deck, and this is what you're going to be wanting to set with the furniture. So this activates the engine because a monster gets removed from the field, and then the furniture start activating the grave. So it's just an endless cycle all between this. If a monster gets removed, this resets itself. So the whole engine is the furniture, it starts discarding, this starts resetting itself and recycling itself, and then this starts popping cards. So I can just banish this and pop on your turn as well.
That's
so
cool.
It's a good interruption. Of course, I have 1 D barrier. This is probably why I don't lose to branded very often. I can't remember the last time I've lost to branded, but D barrier is basically game. So that one's a very easy one. Carbide Cannon, this is really good against Pearly. It's really good against a lot of decks, even Cash. So I like this for Pearly, but this has helped me a lot in other times, in other duels.
Carbide Cannon's so good. You can out towers with it too.
Absolutely amazing.
It's so
I
good.
used this against Raid Raptor, and they didn't know what this did, and then they were so shocked by it. It was amazing. 1 Dogmatic Punishment, because this deck does use the extra deck sometimes, and this will make you skip using it. Now I have other things in my extra deck like Elder Entity, Malong, a bunch of stuff that you can use to kind of bounce more cards, including Garura. And then Eradicator, of course, you can't miss this card. Now against Cash, Pearly, all that. It's
You didn't miss Trap Trick?
no.
No. Okay. What about Rivalry, as far as floodgates?
I had Rivalry for a little bit, but it just wasn't as impactful as Gozen. And also, I do have some cards that aren't the same type, like Lord of the Heavenly Prison and whatnot. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then here is my extra deck, of course. You have your Chaos Angel, you have your Garura. You can make this with Stove Garura, you can discard Muckracker. You can easily do this with 2 Fiend monsters and discard and special summon the Lady.
Wow.
Underworld Goddess here, of course, to have an out. And here is the Molong to discard and bounce a monster. Starving Rhythm for Super Poly. And then here's your Elder Entity and your Baguska. And then so that's basically, that's all the extra deck. I just have extra copies in here because of extravagance, so that I don't accidentally banish all of these. But yeah, so that is the extra deck. Now the extra deck is not that important in Labrynth because you'll really be using it, but it will be used eventually. And then of course on the side we have Droll. I need to get a 3rd copy. Now I think this is really good against Vanadium. I think I would want to put it back in my deck now. I wasn't using it in the last format, but now I think this format's really good. Lava Golem going second. This is absolutely amazing against Baron, all the towers there. Of course, evenly matched, that's a given.
Wow, 3. Let's go.
3 evenly matched, absolutely amazing. Now I want to get more copies of this for Pearly. And of course I ran Lord. This is good for going first on the 2nd game because you can heightens the chances of getting that Eradicator and then stops them from sighting Lightning Storms and Harpy's Feather Duster because this protects all your back row but also sets up the Eradicator. So it's really good at protecting but also being aggressive. Ultimate Slayer, you can send the cards in the extra deck that have extra effects like Garura, Malong, and it's really easy to start getting advantage with this because no one can activate the effects in response.
So not basically everything that's not Cash.
Yeah, everything that's not Cash, it's great against, and that's why I can't be main decked yet. But Anti-Spell Fragrance, this is basically gaming day for Cash. Other decks, and I want to get a 3rd one as well. Full Force Virus, this will. Certain decks, this hurts a lot. Like, for example, for Wanderies, this is basically your win condition here. And it's Dark Monsters with 2,000 defense or lower, and you have Stovey and Ariana. So this is, you're wasting no resources using this.
So you're pretty much just looking at Floodgates plus Trap Soulbox. Let's go.
All right.
All right, thank you so much.
Of course.